Hey, welcome folks. I just wanted to pop in real quick. It's about 4:23 a.m. right now. Mountain, Texas, El Paso time. I just got back from the border about half an hour ago. I want to wish everyone a good morning wherever you may be. I just thought I'd share a tidbit of an interesting story today. Going over the border at a very interesting time. Um, so I know there's probably, most likely, I don't know if anybody's going to be in here watching at this time of the morning, night, wherever you may be, but I don't see anybody watching now, but I'm sure this is probably going to upload onto um, my, oh wow, I see two people watching here. Let me see who's this. Tim Jones, how you doing, buddy? And Panhead, I don't know who Panhead is. How you guys doing? Tim Jones and Panhead. Anyways, guys, if you can hear me and see me, give me a 69. I'm sure you guys can anyway. But I just wanted to tell this quick story before I hit the sack. Today I met a very interesting individual. I was able to, I got into the border. It was probably about 7 o'clock. By the time I got in, 7 p.m. as I got into Ciudad Juarez tonight. And to make a long story short, well, it's not really a long story, but I'll make a long story short anyway. I went into an establishment that was pretty hard to find, that was really off the beaten path. And a lot of people have talked about it, that this establishment that you can find the companionship of some beautiful Mexican women. And anyways, for weeks and weeks and weeks, I was looking for this place. I was told about it. Could not find it on Google, could not locate where it was at, and finally somebody had told me where it was at. How you doing, Tim Jones? How you doing, buddy? We got Evelyn Green Hart. How you doing? Good morning, Evelyn. I'm surprised you're up Florida time. Anyways, put it in a nutshell, I was this establishment where men go for the companionship of beautiful women. I was told about this place, many, many times for the past weeks, months since I've been here. And I had given up on finding it because I didn't even think that it exists anymore. Maybe went out of business. And just could not find it when Googling it. And finally somebody had told me where it was at. And finally, somehow, some way, I found it on Google. And I realized that this place exists. After all these weeks and really some months since I've been here, I've been told about this place. Finally, anyways, I found it today on the map. I found it on the map maybe a few days ago, but today I actually went there to this place. So, anyways, walking into the place, there was a few good-looking young girls there, and I was greeted by a couple of Mexican guys that work at the place. And no one spoke English, so I was trying to use the translator. And the girls that were working there seemed like they were not very enthusiastic about talking to me, since I was an American who pretty much didn't speak a lick of Spanish, you know. And anyways, it seemed like the girls were kind of discouraged talking to me. And they referred me to somebody on the phone that spoke English and was able to communicate with me. And I talked to this person that spoke very good English on the phone. That was somehow buddies or friends or related. I think he was a manager there, but he was talking to this guy on the phone. And you know, believe it or not, it's kind of hard to believe, but a lot of these places vary in prices. Some of these places you can have the companionship of a beautiful woman for $30. A girl on the street can go for $10 or $15. And there's places where I went to a place today where a girl came up to me and she told me it was $212 American for half an hour of her time. So It runs the whole gamut. It's pretty amazing, the different prices and the price gouging and the price inflation, and if these girls are even realistic. But very, very interesting. Anyways, nonetheless, as I was talking and bargaining with these girls and talking to these guys that worked there about what's going on, I noticed there was a lot of guys that were walking out of the, we're just going to call this a bordello, or what they know as brothel, to put it to put it in regular terms. Some guys were walking out, getting done with their business, and one guy, slender guy, kind of looked like he was Italian, ended up being Italian, walked out, and somehow, someway, he was looking at me, and I think he might have said something in English, and I realized he was American, and we started talking and hit a conversation off, and he was actually an American guy there. And make a long story short, he told me that he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he told me he's in he's in the dispensary business in New Mexico, and that's what he does for a living, legal dispensary business. And he said he made pretty good money, and he was running some businesses like that. And he told me he drove a BMW X5, and he was 47 years old. Very interesting guy. And we ended up hitting it off and becoming friends, actually. And we went together, and we walked around for a few miles and checked some places out. We checked about maybe 4 or 5 different places out. And he was a very nice guy. He actually bought me a beer. I bought him a beer. And he paid for all the taxi cab rides for us to go to these different places. And this was just a very nice, decent, salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. He enjoyed my companionship and conversation, and I enjoyed his companionship and conversation. We became friends and exchanged Facebooks and phone numbers, and hopefully maybe I'll see him tomorrow before he leaves and goes back to Albuquerque. But he said he's been in the dispensary business for, I don't know, 20-some-odd years, I guess. And I don't know if that long, because I guess the dispensary business hasn't been around that long, so I don't know if he really did something else. But and the bottom line is he's 47 years old, enjoys the companionship of beautiful women, and he's been coming to Juarez, he says, since about 5 years ago. Leaves Albuquerque, makes a 3-hour drive, comes down here, does what he has to do with these beautiful women, and goes back home. And a very, very nice guy. And I gave him some information and showed him some places that I knew, and he talked about some places that he knew and gave me some information about what he knows as far as adult entertainment in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. So, super nice guy, like the guy, really super nice guy, and I'm glad that I was able to make contact with him and make a new friend. It was very, very cool. So anyways, guys, besides that, that was just my little story here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on off out of here. I got to get some rest. It's going to be a hot day here today in El Paso. It's going to be 87 degrees. And we're going to be wrapping up March here and getting into April. And it's going to be time to pretty much go back home to Chicago pretty soon. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and pop on out of here, guys. I know people will watch this later and all that. I have more content to put up on my channel, Mexico Travels, but I haven't. I'll probably be putting up maybe one video every few days, I guess, of Mexico. We'll see. But I don't want to bombard people with content. Just take it easy on people, you know. So I got 775 views on my video. Hopefully I'll get another 275 to get to a grand. As far as 1,000 people to subscribe, I guess, or to watch it or whatever. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here. Hey, Gino Perez, I'm about to get off here. I was just about to get off. So, but you can go back and listen to my story, because I've been on here for about 10-15 minutes, and I really need to get hit the sack. Anyways, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop on off out here. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk later.